This is a nice sunny day, and this is a town that I live in. The sun, well, not nice and sunny, it just rained. But the sun is starting to come out, so as soon as the sun comes out, I'll feel better. Meanwhile, we're still under quarantine here in Spain. That situation is not, probably won't change anytime soon. The original quarantine was 15 days, but they've said it could be extended 5 days more, depending, or even more. But if it's only going to be for 15 days, we're halfway done. Um, the rate of deaths, though, is still increasing. It's about 25,000 infected and about 1,331 dead, so it's pretty grim. We're still only allowed to go to the grocery store or the gas station or an essential medical appointment. They've taken over private hospitals. Hotels have been taken over. All hotels are closing next week, so tourism here is probably dead for a long time. Um, the government, the Spanish government is spending a lot of money to deal with this economic crisis, and the European Union has announced that there's no budgetary limits. Governments in Europe can issue as much debt and spend as much as they want to fix this crisis, but it's a pretty severe crisis. I think half the nation is without work. So, and I know the United States is getting there and will probably be there in just a few days. New York City, I think, has like, I don't know, the U.S. at last count had like 20,000 positive. People who are positive to coronavirus, but those numbers are growing really every time you look at the news. So we have a very different world today, and after this is over, it'll be a different world. I'm thinking about how to do routine things. We still may be wearing masks or gloves for a while, mask and or gloves for a while after we are allowed to go out and do more things, and just to do basic things. I think if possible, people want to do them online, because to go into whatever government office and you have to fill out this form and that form, who wants to touch people's nasty papers, who wants to run around to offices like that. I'm really speaking of certain things you have to go to Spain, and you have to do in Spain. And I think that people who have moved here are aware of the bureaucracy if you're a foreigner. This stuff is, yeah, I won't be doing that. It'll have to be done online. For the most part. Everything that can be done online, I'll be definitely doing online. Put it like that. And we're not, I assume people will have to wear gloves for certain things. I mean, you want to limit human contact as much as possible under these circumstances. You don't want to catch the coronavirus, which is apparently not only fatal to old people, some young people have died too. Most notably, a 21-year-old soccer coach who died of the coronavirus recently here in Spain. And Italy had 627 dead in one day, so the numbers are getting pretty hectic as overwhelmed hospitals simply can't take in any more people. I'm living in Malaga, a small town in Malaga in the south of Spain, so at least the birds are out singing. I'm sure you can hear them. They're cheerful because people in general are not cheerful. But I mean, I'm fine. Well, no, not really, but I'm as fine as can be under the circumstances. Just doing the things I have to do, and that's that. And everyone out there, stay safe and do what you can to pull through this. It'll be going on for a while. Like, even if the quarantine is over at the end of this month, it totally changes our routines. I'm sure the companies that make hand sanitation and disinfectants are doing pretty well. The companies that make gloves and masks will do very well for a long time. We just ordered some on Amazon, some masks, and I already have some gloves in there for like when I have to go out. And the supermarket closest to me, we have to wear gloves to go shopping anyway. So that's just that. But yeah, it's in a state of emergency here. They've had a lot of political unity here. The opposition parties have backed the president of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, and doing the things that he needs to do to fix the country. The Catalan independence movement is obviously under these circumstances. I can't say much. There's a little bit of noise from the president of the Catalan autonomous community, but not much. I mean, he had to just accept it. There's centralization of power and authority because the national government has to handle these responses. Similar to what's going on in the United States, even if it seemed fragmented state by state first, President Trump is stepping in and having to show good leadership on this, and Congress is backing him. You have a lot of bipartisan efforts from the Democrats and the Republicans in Congress because this is like we're basically at war, but a war with weapons would destroy infrastructure. This is just killing people or making them sick, but this is basic wartime, and we have nations around the world are having to deal with it like that. Travel has been shut down pretty much everywhere, and quarantines are increasingly spreading around the world. And we, even after the quarantines are over, will be in a very just economically very different place. We'll have to see which businesses recover and which won't. There's no denying that some businesses won't recover. All right, for now, I will talk to you later, but I just wanted to give you an update on what things were like in Malaga. We're basically all inside, and even like to get the mail, they ring your doorbell and you have to go downstairs. Everyone is extra secure. Delivery people, if they do come by, have on masks and gloves. You're starting to see masks and gloves everywhere. The people who clean the streets obviously have on masks and gloves and protective boots and all that. So this is a very, very different situation.